Morning, guys. If you have a Generation 3 Montero, a 2000 and a 2006, and maybe a Maltese in the back, and your seats, your second row seats are not going up, no matter how hard you try, they might be jammed. So I've already got mine here taken apart, and what I've done is I've actually lubricated these mechanisms, both sides, one, two, and then a third one in there. There's also kind of like an even smaller lock for that chair's second lock, which doesn't really need attention. I've not had any problems with that one. So if the seats are stuck and they're not opening, what you got to do first is get these guys off. So these will usually be in here. There's one screw. You're not going to be able to get to it when the seats are down. So I highly recommend one of these guys. Harbor Freight, like $5, I can't remember. Just go to your hardware store, Harbor Freight, get it in there. Just go right in there. It'll take your screw off, easy peasy. So you've got the cap off. Now you've got these cables on each side. So what happens is, when this backrest is in its upright position, this little pivot here is closer to the base here. When it folds, it pulls on this cable, which runs down all the way in here. And you can see the cable coming here to the locking mechanism. It's going to pull on it. It's going to push this pin out, which is going to let this open. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a screwdriver, because keep in mind it's going to be over here, locked, jammed. Get a screwdriver in here from the top and pry this piece out. Once it comes out, it's going to do that. You'll be able to unhinge it from here. You're going to put it back in this little groove. You're going to get some needle nose pliers. See, actually I don't have my needle nose with me here, but we should get some pliers. You're going to get in this groove, obviously when it's folded, and you're going to pull it. Right, so you can see it, how it's pulling on it. So let's say if it's locked, just like so, and you pull on the cable, what's going to happen is that little pivot is going to push on that bar and unlock it. You're going to do that on both sides. So there's one here, one on that side. Once you do that, it will release. What you're going to do at that point, you're going to take off all these screws. There's probably 3, 6, 12 or so, however many screws all around the perimeter. This is going to fold out. You're going to take this off. It's a 12 millimeter. You're going to have to kind of like wiggle it out. Let me see if I can show you. So you see, even I have to wiggle it in because of the fact that there's no clearance with the floor. So we're going to wiggle that out. 12 millimeter here, just to make it easier on yourselves. And just play with it, actuate it, lubricate it, and it theoretically should be fine. What you can also do is, once you have all this off, it's already upright, go ahead and latch these back up. What you're going to do is you're going to put the seat kind of like in its upright position again, so you can make it easier on yourself. You're going to put this little pivot back in here, latch back in here, and fold the seat down. So without it actually being locked, just go ahead and do that. Pull the seat down a little bit, right? And I'm not going to do it since I have my phone in my hand. You're going to pull the seat up, and what's going to happen is this pivot is going to fold in. It's going to, as it's passing this pin, and once you actuate it again, it will then push on it. See that? So you can basically actuate it several times, because what they say is if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So that's kind of the methodology there. If you're noticing it's still not working, you can tighten it up with these little adjustment nuts. It's going to put more pressure on the cable, and it'll make it engage a little bit more strongly. Once you get that all taken care of, button it up the same way that you removed it, and enjoy access to your third row seats again, or your Maltese.